This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. A weapon of mass destruction was used half an hour ago on an armed camp of Pripyat and Hibernia. Consequently, the nations of Pripyat and Hibernia are at war with the nation of Peaceland. Security code FR5 has been put into effect. We advise that you stay at home. Wardens will come to your house and advise where the nearest nuclear bunker is. It is likely that bombers, naval assets, or missiles may strike at this time, so we advise you to familiarize yourselves with these locations. It is very likely that this war will be escalated. Nuclear weapons have already been deployed as a retaliation for the superweapon used against our A missile has just hit our radio communication system. We're now using BR backup systems. We will continue with the broadcast. Our armed forces are now on their way to Peaceland to begin operations into the country immediately to neutralize the threat. The leaders of Hibernia and Pripyat will meet tomorrow and press an official statement into this news. I repeat that in the last minute ago or so, it has been confirmed. Pripyat and Hibernia are at war with Peaceland. Hostile operations have immediately commenced. Missiles have already been traded, nuclear weapons deployed. I regret to inform you that roughly 100 Pripyat and 50 Hibernian soldiers have been killed in a strike against our nation. A massive crater from the terracotta of the mesa all the way down to bedrock, revealing the void beneath, has been left in the super weapons wake. A retaliatory strike has already been ordered. It is likely that Mr. Ocelot 375, the leader of Peaceland, will order a strike back. Wardens will now be arriving at your homes. They will instruct you to go to the nearest nuclear bunker, or if the threat is not yet deemed large enough, you will be instructed to familiarize yourselves on what to do. If a nuclear strike is indeed attacked, a nuclear missile has just hit an area just outside the nation of Peaceland's capital city. The shockwave blast was extremely powerful and has yet again disrupted communications. Expect more disruptions just like this. The armed forces have now arrived in Peaceland, and hostilities will immediately And I regret to inform you now that a nuclear missile has been launched at Pripyat. Anti-missile services will immediately be deployed into effect. I advise everybody, with no exceptions, to get to the nearest nuclear bunker. I repeat, a nuclear missile has just been fired at Pripyat and possibly Hibernia. I advise everybody, with no exceptions, to get themselves to a nuclear bunker immediately. If you're living in the outlying villages close to the capital of Pripyat, we advise you go to the bunker in Emerald Mountain. If you're in Hibernia, we advise that you take shelter in designated command points, including the cave systems and or the teleportation hub to the Amethyst Empire. With this nuclear strike, the shockwave will most definitely hit assets like the Amethyst Empire and the Mushroom Island. This will involve an escalation immediately. It is possible that this will turn into a world war. We repeat, the nuclear missile will land in Pripyat in approximately 16 minutes. It is highly unlikely, however, to hit Pripyat, and it will most likely fall out the sky before then, due to targeting systems, as the nuclear assets of Peaceland are extremely primitive and new. If this does not happen, our anti-missile services will almost definitely shoot it down. We advise you not to panic, but as an extreme precaution, with no exceptions, get yourself to the nearest nuclear bunker and... And the sounds you have just heard there are the confirmation that our anti-missile services have just neutralized the threat of a nuclear weapon houses in this time, and continue viewing this podcast. That's good. That's really good. And I'm again pleased to inform you that armed forces of Hibernia have just made a breakthrough into the city. It is likely that the war will be over within a few days. Good luck.